All right, so today we're washing this house and garage. There's a couple sheds over here and a fence. We got the fences all mildewed up. It's got some lichen on it. A lot of leaf debris. Of course, it is fall, so the backside's got a lot of leaves, a lot of moss. We got the gutters up here. We'll have to clean those out. And then, of course, the rest of the house here will be washing up. We'll wash all the woodwork. Again, you can see moss is really bad up on this section. And again, what we'll do typically when we have mossy roofs, we'll get those sprayed down, and we use a 6% mix on that. And then we'll leave it and let that die off and come down on its own. We don't do any kind of mechanical removal of that. We don't use pressure or anything like that. So that way, if there's still green, you know, in a few months, seeing how we're rolling into winter, we'll check it out next spring. And if there's issues next spring, then we'll come hit it up again, touch it up. So we'll be removing leaves from the shingles, and then we'll hit it with a roof mix. We'll get these concrete pads here. We'll do this wood platform. There's a deck and the steps back here. We'll hit those up. She's got some new pavers in here, and of course, with the pavers, there is a 60-day cure time on those, so we'll just soft wash that, even though they're new. We got some wood in here, concrete here, and then again on this back side, we have quite a bit of moss up in there, and then we'll blow that off. A lot of needles on that shed over there, and then there's an older shed right there that we'll hit up for as long as we're here. So that's what we're up to today. So we'll go ahead and we'll get the leaves taken care of, get their hoses pulled, and we'll start with the roofs. All right, so doing this roof wash here. Have not gotten this canopy right here yet. Have not gotten the garage. Just doing this higher peak here. And then you can tell down here, this is all untreated surface. Started over here, and this has only been about 15 minutes worth of activity. And the same up here. You can see how much that's already killing off that mold and all that algae. So it's pretty stark difference. So if you think that your roof needs it, give us a buzz, because even sometimes we've noticed on some of these darker colors that it doesn't appear like it needs it, but over time your roof gets darker and darker and you just don't realize it. And we've done black shingles before and washed them, and they've lightened right up to their original color. So just figured I'd do a quick little video on that just to show you the stark difference. And then once this gets all rinsed off, this moss over time is going to fall off, and then the rest of the roof will be rinsed. And if there's any areas that need touch up, we'll come back and do that. All right, so here we are up on the garage, and there's that little awning that we saw from that peak up there. You can already see that we're getting a little bit of cleaning just from the overspray from the roof line there. So I went ahead and blew off all this debris. This was that gutter that all these weeds were growing in. So that's all cleaned out now. And now we'll go ahead and start cleaning this down, as well as the garage roof. And then those two sheds right there. All right, so we are done with this garage roof here. We've done the two shed roofs. That'll just rinse off for the next rain. I'll probably throw a little bit more right here. We're able to get this awning. And then we've pretty well wrapped up the house. We're just getting the last side of the house there on the back. we'll let that dwell for a little bit, rinse everything down, and then we'll do a final walkthrough. All right, here's our final walkthrough. Put this fence up. We pretty much washed everything on the property here. The shed got washed down, all the roof lines, and then the house. We hit up all these decks in the center here, and also all these concrete areas. And again, this roof moss up here, you can see that's dead. So that'll just dry up and fall off over time. And this is the north side, so this was the worst. This was literally black, and in the sun you could see it was turning to a light gray. This concrete is old, so we soft washed this. We didn't put any pressure on it. Same with the decks; those were all just soft washed. We didn't want to disturb the wood because they weren't really that dirty. Pavers are brand new, like I said before, so we soft washed those. And then the back side of the garage, that was pretty bad, as well as the roof line. Of course, all that mold, or the mold is gone, and the moss is dead. And again, we hit this small little shed up over here. Same thing with the roof. She'll probably want to replace the shingles on those two sheds here pretty soon because they're pretty bad. But everything else looks good. So there we have it. We'll grab our last of the hoses and get on to the next one. Got another one tomorrow just like this, and after that we'll be going on to paver restoration and a large house wash. And then we got one more sidewalk to put in this season. A couple more soft washes on some paver jobs we've installed in the past. Hopefully we can get all that squared around before we get snowed on.